Hi, Finville family. I just am so excited to tell you all about our new story called Hank Zipzer. Niagara Falls, or doesn't it? When I start a new story, I always like to see what the story might be about. It says, Hank Zipzer. He's smart. He's creative. He's funny. His pencils are sharp. His binders are bound. He wants to do well in school. He really does. He tries not to be lazy, like his parents claim he is. So why is he always getting into trouble? I guess we'll find out as soon as we can. Okay, this is our first night of reading One Book, One School. I can't wait to share this with you. Chapter 1. Open it up to page 7. It started to buzz. I looked up. The loudspeaker above the door crackled and buzzed again. Then it started to shake. It was coming alive. Hank Zipzer, the loudspeaker said. Report to Principal Love's office at once. I put my hands over my ears and slid down in my chair. How did it know my name? It was only the first hour of the first day of school, and already my name was coming out of the box on the wall. Oh, everyone in class stared at me. Some kids giggled. A few of them whispered, but not Nick McKelty. Nope, he cupped his hands over his big mouth and shouted, Way to go, Zipper boy! My teacher, Mrs. Adolph, shot me a really nasty look. Show no fear, I thought. Walk the walk. I stood up and strutted to the door like Shaquille O'Neal, taking center court. Okay, so I wear size 4 shoe, and he wears 23. It's an attitude that counts. I'm long on attitude, short on shoe, but long on attitude. When I reached the door, I turned to my best friend, Frankie Townsend. Hey, if I don't come back, I told him, you can have my protractor. Don't forget to breathe in there, Frankie whispered. Remember, Zip, oxygen is power. Frankie's very big on oxygen. Whenever I'm nervous, he always tells me to take a deep breath. He learned that from his mom, who's a yoga teacher. She's really good at yoga. In fact, she's not good. She's great. She's so flexible she can lift her leg up and put her foot in her pocket. Can you believe that? Even though I was going to the principal's office, I was determined to leave in style. My head held high, I flashed the class my best smile, and one where to show both my top and bottom teeth. Then, in the middle of maybe the greatest exit ever, the loudspeaker buzzed again. And don't you dare stop at the bathroom, young man, it said. Now, how did it know I was going to do that? Everyone laughed as I left. No laughing in class, Miss Adolph shouted, banging on her desk with her pointer stick she has. That's one of her rules. Miss Adolph doesn't believe in laughing. She thinks 4th graders laugh way too much. There are 2 4th grade teachers in school. One is named Mr. Sicilian, and he's really nice. He plays soccer with everyone at recess, and he never gives homework on the weekends. The other is Mrs. Adolph. She doesn't play any games, and she gives 2 tons of homework, even on weekends. With my luck, I got Mrs. Adolph. I could practically hear my heart pounding as I walked down the hall. Principal Love has a way of making you nervous, especially when you don't know what you've even done wrong. I was trying not to think about him, so I looked at all the welcome back decorations in the hall instead. The halls in my school are painted yuck green. You know, the color of melted pistachio ice cream, but the decorations really helped cheer things up. I like Miss Hart's store, which had an underwater theme. All the 5th graders in her class had pasted pictures of their faces on octopus heads. Mr. Sicilian's was my favorite. Remember, he's the cool 4th grade teacher? All the kids' heads were on soccer balls. I told you he was cool. When I reached the stairs, I thought about sliding down the banister, but I was already in enough trouble, so I took the steps 2 at a time. My mouth was dry, and when I got to the bottom, I stopped at the water fountain to get a drink. Just as I took the first swallow, the loudspeaker buzzed again. Can you believe that? I'm waiting, Mr. Zipzer, it said. Principal Love has the kind of voice that sounds like it belongs to a really tall man with a lot of bushy black hair, but actually, Principal Love is short and bald, except for a little tiny fringe of red hair. I ran down the hall. I couldn't get in trouble for running in the halls if the place I was already running to was the principal's office, right? When I got to the office, I took a deep breath. I looked up at the sign above the door. Leland Love, Principal, it said. I had been there before, many times. Too many times. Way, way, way too many times. Slowly, I pushed open the door. I walked inside and came face to face with the 5 of them. No, not people. There was only one person there. I'm talking about things. The things on Principal Love's face. 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 1 mole on his cheek that looked like the Statue of Liberty without the torch. I don't know if it's possible for a mole to frown, but trust me, this one did not look happy. Approach me, young man, Principal Love said. I wanted to. I really did, but my feet were stuck on his carpet. It was as if I had big wads of gum stuck to the soles of my shoes. Were you or were you not tardy today? Principal Love asked. I didn't answer because I found that Leland Love asks the question. He likes to answer it himself. You were 17 minutes late, he said. See what I mean? Did we not have this talk 37 times in 3rd grade, 15 times in 2nd grade, and I will not even refer to 1st grade? Principal Love's face twitched. It looked like the Statue of Liberty was doing the hula dance. Remember that mole on his face? I tried not to laugh. That would have gotten me into even bigger trouble. We've had this talk many times, he answered himself. See, did it again. I looked down at my feet, mostly to keep from staring at the Statue of Liberty mole. Once you focus on that thing, it's really hard to take your eyes off it. I noticed that I had put on 2 different socks again. One had a Nike swoosh, and the other was just your basic Walmart sock. If there's one thing I want you to learn from your experience at PS 87, it is this. Principal Love was using his bushy-haired tall man voice. Are you listening, young man? I've got both ears working, sir. Actually, I was listening. I really was curious to hear the single most important thing that I was supposed to learn in my whole entire elementary school career. Principal Love cleared his throat. Always be on time when time is involved, he said. Wow, there it was. Now, if I could just figure out what it meant. Explain to me how it is possible that you were late on the very first day of school, he said. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I'm late a lot, but I really don't mean to be. In fact, I try really hard to have everything ready on time. My pencils all sharpened, my 3 ballpoint pens ready to roll, a protractor, a ruler, and a compass in my pencil case. But this morning, I had a problem. I'm pretty sure I remembered putting my backpack on my desk chair before I went to bed, but somehow, I don't have an exact reason for this, but my backpack played hide and seek during the night, and this morning it took me 20 minutes to find it. It was in the coat closet by the front door, but try telling that to Leland Love. He had to play hide and seek with his backpack this morning before school? No wonder he was late. I'm waiting for an answer, said Principal Love. And all that squeaked out of me was, I can't explain it, sir. Well, then absorb this, he said, because I'm only going to say it once. Punctuality and 4th grade go hand in hand. He paused. Then he said it again, just like he knew he would. Punctuality and 4th grade go hand in hand. I'm not sure, but I think the Statue of Liberty on his face nodded in agreement. Chapter 2. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it was actually a relief to get back to Miss Adolph's class. For about 20 seconds, anyway. As soon as I slid into my chair, the words, 5 full paragraphs are required, came flying out of Miss Adolph's white mouth like a heat-seeking missile. Oh, no. I looked around. All the other kids were writing in their assignment books, and I reached for my assignment book, too, but it was missing in action. I thought maybe I had left it in the middle drawer of my desk at home, underneath my broken watch collection, or maybe even on the kitchen table. The topic for your essay is what I did on my summer vacation, Miss Adolph went on, As she wrote the words on the blackboard, I noticed that her skirt had a bunch of marks in the butt region. That happens to teachers when they lean against the blackboard, but I've never seen chalk marks like this before. They look like donkey ears. When I thought of Miss Adolph with donkey ears on her butt, I couldn't help myself. I laughed out loud. Henry, I see nothing funny, Miss Adolph said. Of course she didn't. That's because she couldn't see her rear end. I bit my lip and tried to concentrate. I expect for you to write an opening paragraph, a concluding paragraph, and 3 supporting paragraphs, Miss Adolph was saying. I raised my hand. Exactly how long does a paragraph have to be? I asked. Everyone laughed, which was kind of strange because I wasn't trying to be funny. Miss Adolph didn't laugh. She got little red splotches on her neck, the kind my sister Emily gets when she's really mad. Well, Henry, she said, saying my name as if it smelled bad. We'll all learn that from you, since you'll be the first one to read your composition out loud to the class. Miss Adolph walked to her desk. She wore a lanyard around her neck with a small key on it. The key was silver and so shiny that she must have polished it every night. She slipped the lanyard off and unlocked the top drawer of her desk with the key. I wondered what could be in there that she had to have locked up. I looked at Frankie, who knew exactly what I was thinking. They're best friends. Maybe she's got a big wad of cash in there, he whispered. Oh, or jewels, said our friend Ashley Wong, who loves jewelry. But when Miss Adolph opened the drawer, the only thing she took out was her roll book. She picked it up and started to write. Henry Zipzer, Monday at 9:15. We will all look forward to hearing your essay. Then, is that clear, Henry? Miss Adolph, I said. Do you think you can call me Hank? Well, why would I call you Hank when Henry is a perfectly fine name, she said, and she locked her roll book and slipped the key back over her head. Well, it's what my friends call me. Well, I am not your friend, Miss Adolph said, as if I hadn't already figured that one out. She reached down and picked a tiny piece of lint off her skirt. I mean, it was so tiny, you needed a microscope to even see it. She held the shred of lint in her hands and walked it carefully over to the wastebasket. Then she dropped it in. I'm telling you, I saw nothing leave her fingers. I wondered why Miss Adolph would care so much about a piece of lint. It's not like she looks that good anyway. All she ever wears is a gray skirt and a gray blouse, which match her gray hair and gray glasses, not to mention her gray face. Remember, class, that's 5 paragraphs, she said, and neatness counts. I'll be expecting your very best work. That includes you, Henry. Smile, Hank, I thought. Nod your head up and down. You can do this. 5 paragraphs. What's the big deal? You've got 6 days. Oh, come on. Who am I kidding? I can't even write one good sentence. So how am I ever going to write an entire 5-paragraph essay? Miss Adolph might as well have asked me to ski down Mount Everest, backwards, blindfolded, and butt naked. That's all for today. Don't read ahead. Good luck on your trivia question tomorrow. Hope you're having fun. Bye.